People who get into recording were drummers first.
Yeah.
It helps a lot when you
Yeah.
drum to get into recording because the rhythm, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like the basis for everything.
Yeah.
But I always wish like I knew more guitar
Mm-hmm.
because you guys, when somebody needs to just plug something in and like add a riff, you guys can just do that.
Right.
Like, oh, let me redo the guitars myself, or like
Yeah.
let me do a different tone on there. For me, if like the guitarist screws up in a mix and I'm mixing it later, I'll have to be like, well, I can't really fix that
It's like,
myself.
Yeah.
But I can program their drums though.
Mm.
So if they mess up on a drum part, I'll just be like, doot doot doot.
When you're programming drums, someone's like recorded already. Are you taking basically samples of the stuff they've already played?
Yeah,
Or-
that's one
okay.
way to do it. Yeah. Or like, if the kick drum just sounds bad the whole time,
You'll just program.
you can just put in a new kick drum,
Huh.
like a trigger, you know, and you'll just put that throughout the whole thing. So
Cool.
it's nice to like know how to do that for sure. But I always wish like I knew more guitar,
Yeah.
because that's like your main instrument, right? Guitar, vocals. Do you do any
Pretty much.
keys?
I don't play keys.
Okay.
I drum and I play bass and banjo when I need to.
Banjo?
Yeah.
Did you play any in your live set? I don't think so.
I didn't
right?
play any banjo this time.
Dang it.
I
Do
want
that
to break
next
it
time?
out. Yeah, I will. No, I want to do it because I just got. So we used to be a trio, and then
Okay.
I got a new guitarist, and then I got another new guitarist. So we have 3 guitars now, and I'm like, well, do we need 3 guitars?
2 guitars and a banjo.
2 guitars and a banjo.
That's the compromise.
So-
And that'll be your sound. you
Yeah,
know?
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So maybe next time. I'll,
Wait, so right now, there's 4 of you? Drummer and then you 3? Or
and bass. So there's like
Oh,
5,
yeah.
and then sometimes I have someone who sings backup. So sometimes
Dang.
there's 6 of us.
Dang, man. It's a big lineup.
Yeah, it's
I
it's
mean-
weird. It's fun.
We've had you here play twice,
Mhm.
right? I
Yeah.
can't remember if you had... Do you have 5 then when you played?
Yeah, the last time we played, we had 6, I
Okay.
think, and then the time before that, I think it was just the 3 of us.
Okay. Cool. And remind me the names of the guys. in the
So
band.
we've got me on guitar, and then Nathan plays bass.
Okay.
Dallin plays guitar. Jared plays guitar.
Down.
Nixon plays drums, and Alice does backup vocals sometimes. But
Nixon.
she used to drum for me, so like if Nixon's busy, she can play
That's
drums.
nice, dude.
So it's cool.
That's way cool. If your drummer's out of town,
Mhm.
you'd be like, hey, just hop on. You
Yeah.
know our songs. That's super cool.
Yeah, she can come play.
Yeah, I'm in a 4-piece right now.
Cool.
And like, if one of us drops out, we're screwed. You know?
Right.
We can't play a song. If I'm out of town, they're like, well, we don't have a drummer, so
Like, well,
can't play a song.
Mm.
We just had a show the other day that we had another band that was going to play, but their drummer like broke his hand.
oh jeez.
So they just dropped out completely
Wow.
because they couldn't like do the set without him. you
Yeah.
know? Some bands can like adapt and they can do an acoustic set,
Mm-hmm.
but if you're not like practicing that, it can be daunting to just be like, yeah, we'll just move it to acoustic guitar.
Oh yeah,
It's like-
changes everything.
Yeah, but I mean your style's like has a lot of acoustic. I
Oh, yeah,
feel
we could
like,
do it.
So that's easy for
We
you.
could totally do it if we needed to.
How long have you been a band? How long have you been playing?
Year and a half, little more.
Okay.
So I recorded this EP. I had a few songs I wrote.
Yeah.
And 2 summers ago, I didn't get a job over the summer, so I was just like chilling
Yeah.
and not going to school. And I had a few songs I wrote, and I was like, well, let's like record them, I guess. And it kind of sucks. I didn't know what plugins were.
Yeah.
So it's
Those are
like
good to know.
completely raw. There's no
Yeah.
limiting. There's no compression.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But I wanted to do a release show, and I played like drum. I tracked drums for it and bass and everything.
Cool,
But I needed
cool.
a band to play live.
Right.
So I was like, we'll just come do this one, and we'll call it good. But after the show is a lot of fun. So we're like, let's
And you
just
became
keep
a
doing
thing.
that. Yeah, it became a
That's
thing.
dope. So where was the show? When was that?
Is it the Rise,
Rise.
in August, I guess. August 2019.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And ever since then, you've just been doing more stuff. And I remember you saying you released something recently, right?
Yeah, sort of. So over the summer I released 2 singles
Okay.
that were on that first EP that sucks.
Okay.
I released 2
So don't
singles
listen to
that
that
were
EP
better.
then?
Don't listen to it.
Okay.
It's not worth it.
We won't even tell you what it's called, so you don't
No.
listen to it.
But there's 3 songs on it that I feel like are pretty good.
Okay.
So I released those as singles. Well, 2 of them. Then
Smart.
the 3rd one is going on an album I'm recording right now.
Oh, okay. Where are you recording this album?
It's I know a guy who's recorded me since I was in high school in Murray, where my parents live.
Okay. Is it a
And,
home studio?
It's like a home studio.
Cool.
He's got a really nice setup though.
Yeah.
It's it's like surprisingly good for a home
Dude,
studio.
you can do so much in a home studio.
Oh, yeah.
You don't really need a fancy studio these days, which is amazing. You can do it with like so little money.
Oh yeah.
That anybody can really do it if they have the time, you know?
Yeah. That's it's funny, you'd think like everything is recorded in studios, but like I was talking to him, his name's Aaron, the guy that records me. And he was telling me a lot of bands in like the 90s used to just rent the stuff and they'd go to a house somewhere and record everything there.
That's pretty cool.
Like Blood Sugar Sex Magic was recorded like that.
They did that.
They went to some house up in the hills for a month and recorded all of it.
That would be so
themselves.
cool. Imagine that.
Right?
Just like a whole month where you only focus on like your album, your creativity, what you're putting into it.
Crazy.
That'd be cool. I'm like thinking like when I have like find the limited time to songwrite, I've still got like 100 other things on my mind. It's like hard to really just let your creativity flow.
Yeah.
So, what would you say your genre is called, man?
Soft rock, I guess.
Okay.
It's like
Is it
kind of
like
John Mayer.
indie-ish kind of?
I guess
would you say?
it's got some indie.
That's what I was kind of thinking, having seen you.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of indie-ish.
I kind of have like a more indie voice. Like I feel like my
Yeah.
singing voice isn't very poppy,
Yeah.
like mainstream at least.
Yeah. Are you
Yeah.
trying to kind of go that direction with your new stuff?
Not really. It's
Okay.
kind of the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
About the same.
About the same.
So if you were to give me a couple of your inspirations, bands you want to sound like, stuff like that.
Yeah.
who would you say?
Definitely John Mayer.
Okay.
Like his guitar work for sure.
Okay.
But I've been really into math rock lately. You ever listen to math
Math rock?
rock?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool time signatures and
Mhm.
such. Yeah. So who are some of the guys you like?
TTNG.
Okay. I don't know.
Oh,
super
they're
well,
awesome.
to be honest.
They're weird. They're like
Yeah.
super technical.
Huh.
His guitar tone. Their guitarist plays Telecaster,
Yeah.
and like I've kind of emulated his tone a little bit.
Do you have a telly as well?
Yeah, sort of.
Okay.
It's like a '90s Chinese knockoff that I bought
Chinese?
for $50, and something
50
about it.
bucks
I just
though,
love it.
dude. If you like the sound, then
Yeah.
that's good, you know?
So yeah, TTNG, band called Hikes. Their drummer's crazy. You should check him out. Does really weird things.
I will check him out.
Um,
If he does weird things, I'm going to check him
There's
out.
lots of weird things.
Yeah.
Lots of really fast things. You're like,
So, is your style like math rock now?
no, I
Okay.
wish.
But you like listening to it, but
I
it's
love
not
listening to
necessarily like your band's not based off of it.
No, definitely not.
Okay.
I've written a few like more math rocky riffs lately, but I'm not good enough to play math
That's
rock.
good to throw in there.
Yeah.
You know, it like diversifies the song, so it's not just like 4/4.
Mm-hmm.
You know, 4 to the floor the whole time.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember your drummer, but yeah. Usually I remember drummers like the most, you know, because I'm a drummer. So.
Yeah.
But cool. What's his name?
Nixon.
Yeah, Nixon.
Yeah.
That's a cool name.
Yeah, he's he plays for a band called Prince Duck. They're like a
Yeah.
local band.
Yeah, they're actually going to be. I mean, fingers crossed they're going to be playing here next
Oh, yeah?
month. Yeah, on one of our lineups. So
Cool.
that'll be cool.
Yeah. But I played a few shows with them, like when Alice was still drumming.
Mm-hmm.
And I always watched, because I drum too. I'm like
Okay.
new to it. So whenever I go to shows, I'm always watching the drummer more. And I
Yeah,
was like,
it's
I
more
kinda
fun,
like
too.
what this guy's doing.
Yeah.
So he moved in across the street from me.
What?
And then he like heard us
That's
jamming.
lucky, dude.
Came over and
Where are you living at?
it's a house kind of by the colony.
Okay.
Just a,
So is your
Run
band
down.
like from here then? Maybe? Okay.
yeah, everyone lives here.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah, I hate it when band members like move away.
Oh yeah.
You have to get new guys. Has that happened to you yet?
Yeah, so I used to drum in a band called Ninth East, and
Okay.
our singer got married, and it was
Yeah.
all over. It's
Out of
immediately
there.
over. Yeah.
Dude, some wives are not chill. Not to be sexist, but like.
No, she was a
nice
girl,
ones.
so she got married to her husband,
Oh,
and
what?
she just didn't want to make the drive down. 'cause they
Oh
lived really high.
man, hate to say it, but like, she just wasn't like
Yeah,
into the music, man. She's not a true musician, right?
guess not.
Nah, I'm sure she had her reasons, but
Yeah.
like real musicians will find a way to like freaking persevere, you know?
Oh yeah. I mean, some people they'll drive 30 minutes just go practice twice
Totally.
a week.
Yeah, or they'll pay for like those super nice practice areas just so they can like be sounding good.
Yeah.
It's insane how much musicians pay to do their art and how little they receive
little
for
they-
it.
Mhm.
And but the ones that love it, they'll just keep doing it and they don't
Yeah.
really care, you know.
Yeah,
So-
totally.
I appreciate those guys. You know, I'm all about that. I love that.
Oh yeah, it's fun.
But what's the future for Samuel Charles and your band?
Oh, I don't know. Get this album out and then we'll see what happens.
What's your goal? What's your release goal?
I want to do it this month. I don't think it's
that
gonna
early.
happen.
Oh, okay.
We're close. I've finished recording. We're mixing almost to mastering now.
Okay.
But
That's
yeah.
exciting, man.
I'm thinking. So with Spotify, you're supposed to put it up like a month. You know, put it to your distributor a month before it comes out.
Okay.
So I'd like to do is get it up there on the distributor, but while we're still waiting for it to come out, I'd like play a release show. And then I've got merch. I'm making CDs and stuff. And then I can like sell the CDs on pre-order, sort of.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's we might still like do the album release by the end of the month, but it won't be available yet. If that makes sense.
Gotcha. That's smart to do, like a big release show, have merch coming out with it. You just want to make it as big of an event as you possibly can.
Yeah.
And market the crap out of it. Like do countdowns. You know, be like dropping in 7 days.
Yeah.
6, 5. You know, like the bands that I see that get huge Spotify listens always do that. You know, and then if you get a lot of people listening on Spotify right when you drop it, that's how it gets on the algorithms to get you a lot more listens.
Right.
I'm not a genius when it comes to that, but this is like what I've heard and seen work. So like, yeah, make it as big as you can.
Yeah.
You know?
I think I need to try like messaging people and having them pre-save it before it comes out.
Right.
I've had like the last few bands that have released stuff. They've reached out to me. They've all done that. And they've all got like a few thousand listens first day.
Absolutely.
I should do that.
You should definitely do that.
Yeah.
But where are you thinking you're gonna play the show at?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I played the first show at the Rise, so I was thinking about doing it there.
That would be cool. Yeah.
But,
throwback. Except it's kind of shut down now.
It's like kind of shut down, and their lead engineer guy just had like a. Did you hear about this? He had a really bad accident.
No.
He like fell hiking and like.
What's his name?
Nathan.
Oh yeah, I just talked to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he okay?
He seemed fine.
seemed okay.
I didn't know. I don't know him super well, but that's interesting.
Yeah,
he seemed fine.
I guess I saw a post on Instagram. He like fell hiking, like fell off a cliff.
Okay.
But I guess he's okay now. Wow.
That was a huge bummer. It's a huge hit on the music scene. It's really sad. So,
I love the Rise. We played there a bunch. It's great.
I hear they're gonna come back though and have a new location maybe on State Street.
Really, like the whole location shut down. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, it's shut down.
Dang.
So, but if it comes back like on Orange State Street or Provo, that would be even a better spot than it was.
Yeah.
So.
I didn't know that.
The thing is, it's really hard for zoning venues, and then with COVID too, it's just been hard. You know, as like having a venue myself, I can attest that it's just like the worst time to do something like this.
When did you guys open up?
So we opened up last March.
Last March. That was like right when it shut down.
Right when it dropped. Yeah. Yep. Wow. So I had like 2 shows that were great. We had like 80 people, and then that was it. Then we shut down for months.
Wow.
Then we kind of restarted in November, and then it went red again, so we had to shut down again. And only like now are we starting to like finally pick back up and have a lot of regular shows. But that's why we're getting to the recording more, so that we can have more to do when that happens.
In between.
Yeah, because it's just Rona's killing us, man. That's how it goes. How has it affected your band, would you say?
Well, I mean, less shows, mostly. Last New Year's, me and Nathan were at this show downtown that they did, like downtown Salt Lake. And we had all these goals we wanted to do for the band. And we were like, play Velour, play a show every month, like do the album merch and stuff.
Yeah.
But we couldn't do most of them because, like, all the venues are shut down.
Velour's shut down. Yeah. Boo.
I know.
It sucks. That was like, I remember that was one of my band's early goals, was like, play at the Velour.
Play Velour, yeah.
Now it's like, I want to play at the big room of the complex. It's like my next goal.
Oh, that'd be wild.
I was just talking to Sweet Tangerine, and like he got to open up for The Offspring.
Oh, really?
At the big room of the complex.
Like recently?
I don't know,
The Offspring still playing?
2019, right?
Okay.
Before Rona hit. They're old, but they're still playing, dude. They're going for it. They played like an acoustic set. It was pretty laid back.
It's cool.
But I was like, what? How? Because you got to have like the right connections, man.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. Do you have any of those like secret people you know that like?
Oh, I wish.
Some bands do, man.
I know, if only. I saw Dashboard Confessional at the big room in the complex a few years ago.
How was that?
It was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was the youngest person there by far, but
yeah, I guess they're kind of older, huh?
Yeah, but they were so good. But one of the bands I opened for was a band called Mississippi. They didn't have an album yet even.
Wow.
And they're touring with him. It was really cool.
But they knew him.
They knew him. They got in.
That's money. Dang. See, that's what you got to get to know bigger bands, and then they'll just be like, hey, come tour with us.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
But I went and saw The Offspring, and I've seen other like older bands like Eve 6, which I love listening to. But like everyone there's like 35, man. And I'm just like so young in the audience, just like, wow.
Yep.
These kids were in high school when this album came out. Like I was barely born. It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Eve 6, like they wrote their big album when they were like 16.
Oh, really?
Isn't that insane?
I'd never even heard of them. Eve 6.
Oh, you haven't?
I guess I'm too young.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Yeah, I'm older. I'm 24, man.
Okay,
so
right.
like, yeah.
I think by 2 years, I guess.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. They have that one song, Inside Out, that's pretty big.
Oh, yeah, that's
I'll
them.
Swallow My Pride, Choke on the Rinds. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that was them.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, they're old school, dude. But I have older brothers, so I would like listen to all their music growing up. So a lot of my stuff is like early 2000s, 1990s. But I mean, I like the new stuff too, man.
Yeah.
And Provo's making a lot of good indie rock and stuff like You that's coming out. So
You ever listen to Drusky?
Drusky.
Yeah. They're
I've heard
pretty
of
indie.
them. Yeah.
I like them a lot.
I'm following them. But unfortunately, that doesn't always mean I listen to them.
Right.
Which is kind of a sad thing. But I mean, how often do you like? I'm sure you're following a lot of bands too.
Yeah.
How often do you like listen to their stuff?
I try to listen to a lot of it, but it's like there's a lot of bands I like, but their music isn't quite my type.
Yeah.
But
fair enough.
yeah.
It's hard to listen to all of it.
It is.
But now that you're mentioning them,
There's a lot of it.
I will listen to that band because I know I'm following them.
Yeah.
So I will do that. But cool, man. Like, what else? What else do you have on the horizons? What's your like long term with this?
Oh,
Is there
man.
long term? What's
I don't
happening?
know. I would love there to be a long term, but
Yeah.
I'm not planning on it.
Okay.
Realistically.
Yeah.
My like big goal, I want to get the album out, and then I want to go on tour somewhere. Like,
Yeah.
even if it's just a really small tour.
Yeah.
That's like I've always wanted to go on tour and have an album.
Gotcha.
Ever since
That
my
would be
first
fun.
album I ever bought was Ocean Avenue.
Yeah.
I was like 8 years old. I heard that. I was like, what if I had an album of my music?
Ever since then, you've just been like going up towards it.
Yeah.
That would be really cool. Hopefully, in the summer or the fall, things open up so you can
Yeah.
do that. Because right now, it's not looking like
Nuh-uh. It's
not
looking.
looking like it'd be very easy.
Yeah.
But I mean, part of like the reason I'm doing these podcasts is to just like get exposure for people like you that are awesome, have great music, but just especially right now, people aren't going to shows and people aren't involved in the scene. So in any way that we can help out with that, that's what we want to do. So, share this around if you guys can. Let people know and go ahead and freaking listen to Samuel Charles. Tell us what's the best way to find your stuff. What's your Instagram? How can we find you?
Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, I guess. Yandex. That's one of them. That gets distributed to. I think it's in China. Yeah.
That's like, did you use DistroKid? Just like puts it everywhere? Sounddrop,
Yeah.
okay. So it just puts it to like all the weird ones. Is it on TikTok?
I think it is on TikTok. Yeah.
One day someone's going to be putting that on TikTok, dude.
Blow up. There's a Mom Jeans song that did that.
Really?
There's some Mom Jeans?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
They're Heck You Bart that it's got this big
It's
long
been a long
intro
time.
and the first word is do me a favor.
Gotcha.
They like
And that
just do
blew
the
up
do
on
me.
TikTok? Yeah.
It became this big TikTok thing.
You never know what's going to
Cracks me
blow
up.
up on TikTok.
Seriously.
What's your Instagram?
Samuel Charles Music.
Okay.
So I
Easy.
post there sometimes. I try to, but social media.
Gotta get on that.
Yeah.
Man, it's important, right? But yeah, definitely go ahead and look him up, guys. I'll put all the links down below in the video, or if you're listening to this on Spotify, so check that out. But thanks for watching. Do you have any last things you want to say?
Yeah, come listen to my music. If you want someone open for you on tour, I'm down.
If you're Imagine Dragons,
Seriously.
he wants to tour with you. So I don't know why you'd be watching this video.
You never know.
Give him the invite. But thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks.
Have a good one.